So for first question, do you think that first-person M-rated video games such as Call of Duty lead to increased aggression in the real world when playing online?
Mm, no, not really.
Okay, so let me write that down. No, not really. What is your experience from playing a specific category of M-rated video games? Examples include first-person shooters, action-adventure games, role-playing games, etc. So, what video games have you experienced that have an M rating?
Like, what do you mean?
So, what I mean by that is anything that has mature rating. So, examples could include like Call of Duty, Gears of War, anything that just has blood, gore, violence, or just has a M rating slapped onto it.
I mean, I'm okay with it. I don't mind it. Like, I just don't like it when it looks like too realistic.
Okay, so I'll put down it's an enjoyable experience, but uncomfortable, can be uncomfortable when too realistic. When too real. Question number 3. How has the evolution of more realistic graphics and mature rated video games lead to a more realistic view of violence in the real world? How has the evolution of more realistic graphics in mature rated video games lead to a more realistic view of violence in the real world? Has no effect. It's a fantasy they wish to enjoy. Question number 4. How do you think that reload animations in first person shooter video games can help someone learn to use a firearm in the real world? Yep, so I'll repeat the question again. How do you think reload animations in first person shooter video games, so when it says press X to reload and you insert a new magazine, how can that help someone learn to use a firearm in the real world? By observation, someone can learn to use a firearm. Alrighty. Question number 5. This one you're gonna like because it pretty much relates to you. How do you think virtual reality increases aggression and violence with the different controls compared to a regular gamepad controller? So basically, with this question, I'm asking like the controls in virtual reality, such as you're using the Oculus compared to like let's say a regular Xbox controller. How do you think that increases aggression and violence with the different controls?
You get a little bit more aggressive and more into it, like moving your body, your arms, your hands and stuff like that. That's actually probably why we hit walls and things. But I mean, yeah, I mean, other than that, they're pretty much the same.
So your body motions make you feel like you have more control.
Yeah, you get more into the game than you would on like PC and stuff.
Alrighty. So that was for the open-ended questions right there. Now we are going to move on to the close-ended questions. Do you currently own any video game consoles or a gaming PC? If you say yes to consoles, what consoles do you own and how long have you owned them?
Um,
MetaQuest,
like 3 years ago, but I hardly touch it anymore.
1 year. Do you get any enjoyment or satisfaction from playing a video game? That's the next question. I guess, alrighty, yes. Have you ever felt angry or frustrated playing a I'm sorry, let me repeat that or restart that. Have you ever felt angry or frustrated playing a difficult video game or online multiplayer game?
Yeah.
Do you play video games as a regular hobby?
Um, um, um,
Alrighty, and then we'll move on to question 5. Would you recommend video games to someone who has no experience playing a game or has had no experience playing video games before? And what would you recommend to them if they were starting out? Virtual reality. Okay, VR. So you have successfully answered all interview questions to the fullest satisfaction. Identity and your identity will remain anonymous, and this is recording for research. Is there any other final thoughts that you would like to put in after this interview?
no.
Alrighty, thank you for your time. Or don't hang up just yet. I'm just ending the video recording. Alrighty, thank you for your time, and or thank you very much so much for your participation. As we said once before, your identity, name, and any other personal information will remain anonymous and will not be shared onto others. And we ask, and once again, we thank you for your time. Now, this is the end of the interview.